Well, welcome back, Wolf Scouts, for Activity 15, Our Community, Art Explosion, and More Marbles. Hemphill, Camino Real, Blanco Vista Elementary, and all others are welcome.
For fun activities at home, visit our YouTube channel, Sacred Springs Scout Reach. Please join me in the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Please join me in the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Show the Cub Scout sign. Tell what it means. Make the sign with your right hand. Hold your arm straight up. The two raised fingers stand for the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. The fingers look like the sharp ears of the wolf, ready to listen to a Kela. Remember that a Kela means good leader to a Cub Scout. Your mother or father or guardian is a Kela. So is your Cub Master or your den leader. At school, your teacher is a Kela.
Say the Cub Scout motto. Tell what it means. The Cub Scout motto is do your best. A motto is a guiding principle and a rule for living. Do your best means trying your hardest, not just a little bit. Do your best all the time. Do your best in school and at home. Do your best when you play a game and help your team. Do your best as you work on your rank adventures.
3A. Learn about the changes in your community and create a project to show your den or family how the community has changed. How would you describe the community where you live? Is it a big city, a small town, a suburb, or in a rural area? Have you ever looked around your community and noticed that something is different? Maybe an empty lot is now a playground, or maybe a new school was built in a place that was once a field. Towns and cities are changing all the time, and there is a good chance that your community looks very different from the way it looked many years ago. In the picture, you can see how things were many years ago in Kyle. Billy Allen and T.F. Harwell lead one of Kyle's many parades. The city hall is on the square to the left. Milholland Home and Wetzel Hotel is the background. This photo was done by a Cindy Coy. City of Kyle, Texas, today.
The city of Kyle was founded in 1880 by nearby settlers from the communities of Blanco and Mountain City. Fergus Kyle, for whom the town was named, and the family of David Moore donated 200 acres of land for a town site when the International and Great Northern Railroad built a line from Austin to San Antonio. Lots were first sold in October of 1880 at an auction held beneath a live oak tree at 204 Sledge Street, and thus the rich history and tradition of Kyle began. Kyle is now a booming community and home to thousands of citizens. Straddling I-35 8 miles north of San Marcos and 20 miles south of Austin, Kyle is the second largest city in Hays County. Approximately 60 miles north of San Antonio, 200 miles west of Houston, and 250 miles south of Dallas. The community of Kyle enjoys a south-central location convenient to most major population centers in Texas. With a strategic location close to major highways, airports, and rail, Kyle is a great community to live and conduct business.
The Science Hall School was established in 1876 by a woman named Willie A. Andrews in Science Hall, Texas, which was between Kyle and Buda in Hays County. Andrews and a Professor Pyle were the first teachers, and later J.L. About 1884, Willie Andrews moved her school and merged it with the Kyle Seminary. Our growing city needed a new school. Ulen Elementary was built and opened in 2018.
Look for pictures and stories about your community when it was first settled or early in its history. Perhaps you can find old postcards that show how your town looked long ago. You might be able to take a picture of the same location now to show how it has changed, or look for photos of your town that have been taken recently. With your parents' help, you can find a lot of interesting facts and pictures about your community at your local library. Create a project to show how your town has changed and share it with your den or family. Discuss with your den or family how your community has changed over time. Claiborne Kyle Log House in 1850, Kyle Courthouse, Austin, Texas 1910, and Austin, Texas 1940.
It was a big day when HEB came to our town. HEB opened in 2007. Shopping online from home is now available.
Requirement 3B. Select one issue in your community and present to your den or family your ideas for solution to the problem. Every community has to deal with issues, important subjects, or problems that people talk about to decide what to do. Sometimes people have very different views on what should be done. With your parents' help, use local news from TV, newspapers, or the internet to learn about issues in your community. For example, if you live in an area that is growing a lot but has experienced a long drought, one issue may be the water supply. What does your town plan to do so that everyone in the future has enough water? Does your community encourage people to conserve water? What is good and bad about the plan? Maybe your town has a lot of old buildings that are empty and in need of repair. Do some people want to repair them, but others want to tear them down and build bigger, modern buildings? Now think about the issue yourself. What do you think should happen? Why? When you meet with your den or family, share your ideas for solving this issue with your den leader. Listen quietly to everyone's ideas. Are there different ways to solve the problem? Can you see why people must work together toward a common goal to solve community issues?
And what we need to do for Art Explosion is we need to go to an art museum. We can just look at some pieces of art that they made, paintings, all of that. This is let's go. Gallery room. So we're just gonna look around and see the different type of paintings. This just looks like a downtown place, like downtown in a little city, and it is made out of watercolor and ink. Guys, look at this. Look at this painting. This looks really cool. Look at the details in that. Like, look at the glass. It looks really cool. Anyone want an orange? Because we don't know what this painting is, but my dad said it was abstract painting. But we don't know exactly what it is. The best thing about art is you can imagine what anything is. You have your own imagination. So guys, we found another really cool art piece. This looks like it's a farmland. This one looks like it's real life, but it's actually painted. This looks like it's a hotel because there's there's these tiny houses you could probably live in. Makes me feel cold because it's winter. This painting looks like it got ripped. This looks like a really old furniture room. There's some clocks, there's some drawers and all that. Guys, let's take you into the next room. Let's go. This looks like a kitchen. Imagine cooking your food with firewood. Guys, this kind of relates to the video where I showed you the different type of maps. So you can actually, this is kind of what I talked about, but you can actually feel the maps of the mountains. Valley Mountains. This is sort of like the next room. I'm going to take you in and see what it is. these look like really miniature little displays of houses, these are really cool, of what houses look like. It was cool how you got to see the different type of art pieces that people made. Like, you can see that the floor is even colored, like people made it from art pieces on the floor. You can see the ceiling is painted. This is really cool. You should find a local art museum and you can go check out some art pieces in many different forms. You can see that there are the little miniature little houses. They aren't doll houses. They're just little houses that you can show what a house looks like in the inside. So this was really cool. This is about the end of the video. Hope you did enjoy. Please like, please subscribe, and also please comment. And guys, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!
Art explosion. Have fun mixing colors. Red, red-violet, violet, blue-violet, blue, blue-green, green, yellow-green, yellow, yellow-orange, orange, red-orange.
Create your own picture. Oil painting. Draw from a photo.
Requirement 2E. Paint a picture 2 different ways. Paint it once the way you usually would paint it, and then again by using a blindfold. Discuss with your den or family the ways the process was different. You probably count on your eyes to tell you a lot about the world. People who are blind or visually impaired use other senses to give them information about the world around them. They develop an understanding of colors through ideas such as blue is a cool color, like a glass of water, or the sun is warm, and yellow and orange are warm colors. They can focus on shapes, texture, and size to create an image. In this requirement, you will draw or paint a picture. Then put on a blindfold and draw or paint the same picture. Get help from one of the members of your den or family who may need to guide you to the correct color or to the paper. If you are a helper, think carefully about words and actions that will guide your friend. When you are finished, think about how it felt different to paint without sight. Did you focus more on the movement of the brush or how it felt as you painted? Did you think differently about the colors you chose? Did your helper guide you clearly? How could you be a better helper if someone you know is visually impaired or blind? Discuss your experience with your den or family.
This is Cub Scout Eric, and welcome to my Cub Scout studio. And today, guys, we have a guest. Hi, Internet again! We will be talking about Marble Madness requirement 3, which is when you have to learn 5 phrases from marbles. And we will be talking about requirement 6 also, is when you have to create the rules, make a game, and play the game with your dad or your family. So guys, now we're going to explain how we made the game. So first you'll need a whiteboard, a marker, and a piece of rope. What we first did was we tied knots in the rope, and then we laid it on the whiteboard. Then we would draw circles around it, where each knot was. And so we would draw a knot right there, and then a knot right here. And then we would put the numbers for how many points you got there, and boom! We made it. Now, let's play. Requirement 3, you have to learn 4 or 5 terms. And we decided to use those terms to help us make the rules for this. The first rule is bombsies. It is when, so let's just say it's like right here. You drop a marble like that. The next one is dubs, which is when you knock 2 marbles out of the ring with 1 shot. So the second one, the third rule is keepsies, is when you hit 2 marbles out of the ring and you get to keep those ones. Friendlies is when you win marbles, you give them back to your opponent instead of taking them. And knuckles down is when you use your tall marble and you shoot like this. You would put your marble in the, you would so put it like that, your marble right there in between your fingers, put your thumb like that and fire. Histings is similar to that, except when you shoot, you raise up your knuckles like that, I think. When you first start the game, you're going to grab 2 marbles. You're going to shoot them into the course. You want to use the little marbles to do that. Let's do it. That's on the, no.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
I have like,
we're going back to knuckle
I
down.
have like 120 points. Because that's on the line, that's on the line, that's on the line. Take it.
No!
Bullseye! Nobody gets it now.
No! Oh, yeah? We can both play mean. Nothing's you.
Aw, that's your marble gone.
That's in too much.
So, Grant got 200 and I got 191, but we don't know for sure. But he won. We don't know for sure who won. Because I saw him pointing to some of my marbles.
I won fair and square, even though he says I cheated. Now let's go to Marble Madness!
Please subscribe, please comment, please like also, and thank you everybody that has subscribed and liked and commented. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!
Requirement 3. Learn 4 or 5 words that are used when talking about marbles. Tell what each of the words means and how it relates to playing marbles. Share this information with your den or family. Like many games and sports, the game of marbles uses some special words. You've already learned some of them, like shooter and alley marbles. Here are some more. Bombies is when you drop your marble onto another marble. Dubs is when you knock 2 or more marbles out of the ring with one shot. Keepsies is when you get to keep the marbles you win in a game. Don't play for keepsies if you don't want to lose your marbles. Friendlies is when you give back the marbles you won at the end of a game. Knuckle down is when you put one knuckle of your shooting hand on the ground as you shoot. Histing is when you lift your knuckle as you shoot. What marbles words do you and your friends use? Requirement 5. With your den or family, make a marble obstacle course or marble golf course. Share what you create. Invite everyone to go through your course. Shooting marbles in a straight line and at a target is a lot of fun. Shooting around or between objects helps make the game more challenging. Marble obstacle course. Gather some objects from around your house like blocks, paper towel tubes, yardsticks, and pillows. Use them to form an obstacle course for you and your friend to shoot marbles through. For extra fun, have your course go down steps or over obstacles. See who can be the first to reach the end of the course. Marble golf course. Marble golf is like regular golf. Shoot from one hole to another, counting the number of shots it takes. The object is to get to the last hole with the lowest number of shots. Try to improve your score each time you play. For an outdoor marble golf course, make indentations in the dirt for your holes. For an indoor marble golf course, use pieces of paper on the floor as holes. A marble is in the hole if it stops on the paper.
Join us next time for Activity 16, Community Service Ideas and First Responders. If you are interested in joining a pack near you, visit beascout.scouting.org.